Hey everyone, thanks for coming to day 2 of practice here at the Shrine Bowl. We had the West team up first today for practice. Beautiful day outside. We're going to start the press conference with head coach for the West team, Troy Brown. Troy?
Good afternoon.
Okay. Yeah. Want to start, Troy? How was practice today?
I thought practice went pretty well. It went pretty smooth. All the coaches had their drills ready to go and organized, and I thought the players also participated and they practiced hard, practiced well, and hopefully they can transfer that over to the game on Thursday. So, but it's been pretty smooth so far.
Troy, as far as maybe what's happening here with you getting elevated, Marquise getting elevated, what does that really do for coaches in your position potentially for down the road?
It gives us the experience of a head coach, the best we can in this situation. So all the planning and all that stuff has been left up to me as far as I know about Marquise, but for myself, I mean, everything from planning out practices to the travel and everything else, the itinerary. So I've been responsible for all that stuff. So it gives me, puts me in a spot where I've never been before and an experience that I couldn't experience any place else than doing it here. So, I mean, and that is a valuable lesson that I'm learning, about the head coaching position. It's like there's other things that go on besides coaching football that you have to worry about. So, I mean, I don't think I could get this experience any other place than being able to do it here. So, yeah.
So much of the conversation around hiring practices has been about minority hires and
Yeah.
giving those opportunities. Is this something you see can be a benefit to maybe elevate yourself or Marquise or even Ross Jackson, Ross Douglas, to put them in that type of position because people are seeing you do it, or is it not really tangible?
I mean, I can see it's a start to the process of being able to put ourselves in that position. I mean, like I said, there's so many things that I didn't know about that the head coach had to do. I mean, you just would never get that experience doing it some other way. Doing it in a regular practice, you want to get that. But here, like, it's an actual week of the game situation where you got to go through the whole process of prepping your team, prepping your coaches, making sure all the T's and dots, the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. So it's just an entire process you got to go through as a head coach to make sure everything is right for your football team. I just don't think I could get that doing it any other way. So yeah, I think it is an important step for coaches like myself and minority coaches to be able to step up and prepare for the next level. And I think it's something that should continue to do because it is every little step we can make towards making this thing right. Is a positive. So yeah.
So how difficult is it to bring it together a team in such a short amount of time and get ready?
Harder than I thought.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot easier on the outside than it is if you're looking. Even as a coach on the staff, I don't get to see everything that Bill goes through every week. So and yeah, it's a valuable lesson I'm getting right now and just making sure everything is right.
Coach, do you do a lot of film work on these guys leading into practices to become acquainted with them?
That's the other part of it too. You have to do all that, get the scouting part of it right too. So for your scouting reports and whatever it is, and kind of knowing who you're coming in to coach. So that's kind of the hard part, because it's so close to our season being over that now you got to catch up on exactly who these guys are that you're going to coach in this game. So and it's a lot of work to get ready for that too. So yeah.
Just to that, what have you seen out of Dorian Thompson-Robinson as somewhat of a homecoming for him, being a product of Bishop Ford High School?
Oh, he's been great. Confident kid. Poised, everything. So I think all these kids have been great. So I mean, we haven't had like a bad apple in the bunch. So it's hard to say when you coach so many different guys out there. So, but they've all been great. And Dorian, he's right here from Las Vegas, so kind of use him as a guy that can stand up and say what places to avoid. You guys, you're hanging out or whatever. You get a chance to hang out. Don't go here, don't go there, don't do that. So he's been valuable.
At today's practice especially, it felt like an overarching focus began to set in for the roster as a whole. Do you feel that setting in as a coach? And it felt like a focus began to set in among the players at practice today, and once that sets in, do you start to see momentum building in terms of developing them and teaching them?
Yeah, I think yesterday I was a little worried about it because they had so little time to be on the field with us, and then we get out there and have to practice right away. So, and I was more worried about the day because maybe they were a little bit tired, legs were a little bit, heavy after the first practice, but they came out and they looked even sharper today. So I think that was, it makes practice go a lot easier when you see the players are really into the practice and they're having fun doing it and they're trying to do things the way you teach them how to do it. So yeah, it makes the teaching process a lot easier as a coach. So kind of hard to get kids back up when they kind of go in the tank a little bit during practice. But so far, it's been pretty good. So, yeah.
Zay Flowers' first practice today.
Yeah.
What you see out of him as a former wide receiver, and looking at him now as a prospect?
He's got some quickness, he's got some speed, and he's able to do some things that some other people can't do. Being a smaller player, slot receiver type guy, you can do some things for us in this game on Thursday. So I mean, as most of these kids who are in the All-Star game, they're here because they did some good things during the season. So I mean, they all have specific talents that they want to display. We try to help display that for them, and so everybody can see them play.
One more question for Coach.
How'd you notice the intensity change today with it being padded practice?
Yeah, well, yesterday I had to kind of keep them calm a little bit, because everybody was all hyped up and jacked up. They hadn't played football in a while. So, and then they come out here and, trying to keep them calm in the walkthrough was hard enough. You get like 5, 6, 7 guys that are like just, lights out, and this, you got to calm them down and put them back a little bit. And obviously today, they're going to thump a little bit more with the pads on, full pads, and trying to keep guys off the ground and teach them how to practice the right way. Practice like a pro. That type of stuff is difficult, but in a way it's good. But you still need to learn how to practice with a great tempo like that, and then keep each other healthy as well. So, yeah.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And next up, we'll have Jake Bobo, receiver from UCLA, who had an awesome day today at practice. Jake, you want to come up?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Being from Massachusetts, what was your reaction when you found out that the Patriots would be coaching, and now that you're here, how has the experience been?
I was excited. If you had told 9-year-old me, in 15 years we'd be being coached by the Pats at the Shrine Game, I'd have been pretty excited. So it's been really cool.
As you prepare to head into Legion Stadium, are you kind of excited to get that first look in there?
Yeah, I heard it's awesome. Hadn't been to too many stadiums like Legion. I've never been there, but I'm looking forward to it. So I think everybody's excited to get in there and take a look around.
What's it like having so many UCLA teammates here to help ease the transition? You got
Yeah.
ETR guy, Tonya. What's it like?
It's cool. I think 5 of us here. So it's cool to be able to go through this kind of whole process, whether it's whatever the next couple months entail. It's really cool to kind of have everybody here and be able to go through this thing with each other after battling all fall with each other. So it's cool, man. We definitely lean on each other. It's been pretty awesome.
What kind of leader is Dorian Thompson-Robinson?
Lead by example guy. He is one of, if not the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. So obviously you can see it in the first 2 days. Guys want to follow him. That's what we're doing. All 3 of those quarterbacks really, as a QB, you got to command respect. Dorian definitely does that, but so do the other 2 guys, Chase and Tommy, do that as well.
Have you been forced to implement more NFL techniques, whether it be hand usage, routes, and how has that transition gone?
I don't think so. I think routes are routes. I think the playbook has definitely been a little more complicated than I think everybody's used to in college. Throwing installs in there that we've got to memorize on a nightly basis. But everybody's doing pretty good. I've been very impressed with everybody, whether it's the line getting run scheme down, receivers getting pass concept down, and the quarterbacks. Those guys have to do so much. So I've been really impressed with everybody.
Jake, is there one spot that they have you working at X if it's a little bit more than the other ones, or kind of moving around?
Mainly at X for this week, which I'm fine with. I feel like I can kind of play anywhere on the field, so it's been fun to get out there and play out wide after playing a lot in the slot during the year.
What have you noticed just from what they've been teaching you about their X spot and what they kind of ask receivers to do from that spot?
Yeah, kind of command the middle of the field, a lot of deep digs, a lot of overs. So commanding that 5 to 25 yard range, kind of in between the hashes and then from the hash to the sideline as well.
All good?
Good deal. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
That's it for today. We'll have for the West team, we'll have the East practice press conference at about 11:45, 11:50 today. Thank you guys, appreciate it.